Good afternoon, everybody. Well, as promised, we are delivering a bale over here to our friend Fred's farm. And we're going to try to help him out today. Looks like he's already gotten started with doing some field work here with his new tractor and cultivator. Looks like he's doing pretty good. I had a brief conversation with him, and we kind of talked about what we were going to do. I am going to start off by running the planter for him across the field over there. He wants to go ahead and have me do that while he's working on his field for soybeans. And I said, yep, I can do that for you, no problem. Let's see. I guess park right over here. I should be out of the way of the main part of the yard. We'll get a little tree shade here. That ought to do it. Yeah, that ought to be just fine. And we'll get that bale out of the truck here later on. Main thing is we want to get stuff moving. And he asked me if I knew how to run the case planter, and I said sure. And he started to say something like, well, you know how to run the... And he stopped because he realized, yeah, the Deutz is the old Deutz I used to have. So, not a problem there. He says it's all loaded up and ready to go. We'll look out here in the field. Yeah, boy, his field looks really good. That's great. So, we'll go ahead and we'll hop into the Deutz, which we're kind of familiar with already. And we'll get over there and get this planted for him. We're going to be putting in corn. And, yeah, it should be a pretty simple setup. It's kind of unusual being back in this tractor after being away from it for a while. I'm not going to lie, I do miss it. It is a good tractor. It was very fuel efficient for us. Very, very efficient for us, so. Okay, let's open this thing up here. There we go. Boy, that's so smooth how that opens. I think he did a good job getting this planter. Which actually, I should have asked him. I don't remember if this was what was on his farm or not. I forgot to ask him about it. Okay, let's fire it up. There we go. And we're going to dive right into it here. We should be, we are planting corn. Look at that. That looks really good. We're getting a nice edge on the field here. This, I guess I should have asked him what kind of setup he was going to have for this, but I think we've planted corn enough to know how to set it up, check the rows, make sure everything's good. We want him to be successful. And we don't want anything to detract from that. Let's see. Well, our usage is way down. That's good. Just looking at the different usages for this tractor. It's working really good. Just like it always did. But we're getting her planted in. Let's stop here real quick. We'll lift it up and have a look here. Okay, let's hop out and have a look at the rows here. Dig our finger down in the dirt and see where the corn is residing. Yeah, that looks pretty good. We're getting a nice depth and it looks good. So we're just going to keep right on it going. I don't see why not. This is kind of an unusual field here. It dips down into a low area. And that low kind of feeds this pond. You can tell the water's down some. You can see it's not up as far as it was. I've noticed we finally quit getting rain. And that's been kind of a godsend, because man, there for a while, all it did was rain constantly. Now, once we get everything planted, I think, we'll be due for some rain again. But, the big thing is we've got to do this for ourselves at home. And, yeah, I'm not necessarily looking forward to that, doing our own fields. But we do have that new seeder to use, and we've only got to use that planter a few times, so I'm excited. I really am excited to get into it. Yeah, it looks like we're not going through a lot of seed, decent amount of fertilizer. It's balancing out just about right. Boy, he's got some good ground over here by the looks of it. Really good ground. Around this pond ought to be extremely good. And of course, the old Deutz is just a pulling away and getting the job done. Very, very pleased with its abilities. That's a bit of a pull. Whoop. Nope, can't be missing some. Let's back up and get it. We want to make sure Fred has every opportunity to get stuff done. We don't want him having missed spots in his field. Whoop. Yeah, it's going. He's been doing that for us, so no reason we shouldn't do it for him, It's only fair that we take as much care and precision in the work that we're doing for him as he does for us. I don't see a CB in here. Unless there's... No, he doesn't have a CB in here. We'll have to talk to him about getting CBs in so we can talk to him. But I can see him up there on the hill. He's just cultivating away, and it looks like he's doing a really good job. But anyway, we'll go ahead and continue this and get this taken care of for him. And we'll see you guys here in just a few. All right, everybody. Well, we got her finished up, and it looks really good. Now all we got to do is get a hold of Fred and see what he wants to do next. I'm afraid we're going to run low on fertilizer. Seed seems to be holding up pretty good. And I think what we'll do is we'll just unload this one so that we can load what's left of it into the seeder. That way it'll help him out. And he won't have near the cost involved. But let's go ahead and we'll do that right here. We'll just go ahead and unload this one. Maybe. I think we can unload it. Maybe we can't. Well, that could be a bit of an issue. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just put this up here in his shed for him, out of the way. I think he had it over there in the corner, and we'll just go ahead and put it back there. He almost needs some more rock. Whoa. Brakes are getting a little worn on this tractor. I see the service reminder is flashing on it. He probably hasn't had a chance to do service on it yet, but that's not that big of a deal. That's one of the nice things about this tractor was the service was relatively inexpensive on it. I do kind of miss that, to be honest. There we go. There. And let's go ahead and we'll get over here and get the Great Plains hooked up. I see he has finished all of this field up here. And I know we're supposed to do soybeans, so we can do that. I don't know if he filled this first or not. We'll see. Get this hooked up. No, it does not have anything on it. And I guess I should ask him, you know, we could do soybeans with his planter. If he really wanted to, we could. Open this up here. And let's go ahead and get some seed and fertilizer in there. I hope he left his keys in here. Yep, he left his keys in his truck. Good old truck. It starts right up. I like that. We'll just take it easy. And we'll get over here and we'll put some seed and fertilizer in this. Yeah, I miss these old style pickups. I don't know where he found it, but I am jealous. I really am. Okay. Let's see if we can cut her kind of in here and get that lined up just right. Let's see. Might have to hop out here. Move the tractor. Well, there's Fred. Let me get this moved a little. You know what? Let's have a chat with Fred. I'll just turn these off for the moment. We haven't had a chance to chat with him since we got here. I don't think we need all the tractors running to make it hard to hear. Hey, Fred, how are you, my man?
Well, to be totally honest, I was so focused on trying to get this taken care of, I didn't even know you were here.
That's okay.
You're hooked up to the drill. How long have you been here? Have you already got that all planted corn across the road there?
I do. I got it all planted over there in corn, and I was just getting ready to fill you up with seed and fertilizer to start putting your soybeans in over here.
Alrighty. Oh, gosh darn it. I'm sorry. I was wanting to meet you over here to just chat with you before you got going. My apologies on that.
Well, it's okay. I knew what the plan was. Thankfully, I'm glad we had a little conversation beforehand. But I knew what the plan was, what you wanted where, and well, obviously, I'm no stranger to this equipment right here.
Yeah, you know a little bit about it. That's for sure.
Just a tad, just a tad. But how goes the Ford and the cultivating?
Um, it's a lot different from what I had previously,
Oh, I
and
imagine.
I'm not for sure how it relates to your John Deere. It's a workhorse and a half. I love the tractor, but it is a little bit tender and a little bit cruel on fuel usage. But
Yeah.
but thinking about it, just for like right now, I don't have a lot of ground. I don't use any of my stuff helping you out because you've got enough equipment that I just run some of yours. So I think I'll just run it for a while until I get the chance to upgrade or get more, get more ground or something. But for now, I think I'm just gonna keep running it. It was a good deal. It runs good. It works extremely well. So I'm not gonna fight that. I'm just gonna keep running it.
Well, I was looking over at you as you were working out here, and yeah, it seems like it's doing a great job. And I mean, it's turning the soil under. It's pulling good. I don't see that being a problem. I think it's serving you well. I mean, that's what matters. Of course, right now with the fuel prices being kind of high, you got to watch your fuel usage, but you don't have that much land to cover, so it's not really dinging you as hard as like the land I'm covering.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't really see a lot of black smoke coming out of her. She looks like she was being pretty efficient as far as that goes.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard on fuel, but I mean it's set pretty good. It doesn't blow a lot of smoke or anything like that. It just kind of just goes with itself.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I wondered how it would work. I mean, I know this is your first opportunity to really get it into the field and really let it work. Other than some plowing, I know you did. But yeah, it looks like it's getting the job done exactly the way it should be.
Yeah, it is. It just kind of plugs away. It just keeps going.
Well,
Uh,
that's what we always hope for. Is it just keeps on a rolling.
yeah.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and get this to soybeans. How much do you have left?
I've just made one lap down there on the other side of the little bottom ground there.
Oh, okay.
But but this one right here, this field's all done. It's all ready for you and everything.
Alrighty. I might have to make a run back to my place for fertilizer. The There's only about 1,000 liters of fertilizer left in here. Let me show you here. There we go. Open that back up. Uh, ladder's over here on this side. Oh, come on. Well, ladder doesn't want to fall down. Anyway, there's about 1,000 liters of fertilizer left in there, and it's still got plenty of seed.
Alrighty.
So, might have to take your truck and run, if that's all right with you. Take your truck. Where'd you go? There you are. Might have to take your truck and run it back to my place, get you another load of fertilizer. I mean, I tried to unload the stuff that was over there in the planter, but it just won't. It won't unload. I don't know what the deal is.
Alrighty. Kind of a random question, just so I'm not using up some more of your material. Uh, wi- is there enough to just plant maybe one field with the drill, and then you could use the planter and do the other one? Would there be enough to do something like that, you think?
Well,
To
it's
give it.
possible. I mean, we could switch seed over into soybeans, and you can plant soybeans with either a drill or a planter. So yeah, I mean it is possible. We could make that happen. In fact, yeah, it's entirely possible to do. I mean, I just have to see where it's at. Um, but yeah, we could make it work.
Alrighty.
I mean, I'll just do that. I'll just plan on that anyway. If there's a problem or an issue with how much is left over here, I'll just switch it over.
Alrighty. Well, that won't make too much trouble, or it won't be too much out of the way or anything now, would it?
No, not at all. Not at all. It would actually probably streamline things for us fairly well. And also, I'm not worried about you using my materials. I've got more than plenty over there. It's more your pocketbook I'd be worried about. I mean, yes, you're getting it at 50% off and some free help today, but I'm it's kind of one of those I'm looking the other direction type deals.
Alrighty. I understand. Just
You gotta help your friends. That's how it works out.
yes, sir.
So, well, I'm gonna go ahead. I'll get this filled up here, and yeah, we'll see where we end up.
Alrighty. And I'll go hop back in the Ford and I'll head back down there and I'll try to get that all finished up and get out of the way before you get done.
Well, I have a feeling with that big old wide cultivator, you're gonna be done way before I am.
Yeah, I know. I'll just make sure I can be prepped and ready just in case I needed to do anything for you.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, we'll see you here in a couple.
Alrighty. Thank you, sir.
You betcha. All right, well, we'll get back to this here and see if we can get this loaded. We seem to be having trouble with, oh, there it goes. I don't know why it was giving me fits, but it looks like we got her solved now. We're filling her up. Let's see, we need to hop back in the tractor and get it started. Yeah, boy, look at that thing. That old tractor, that Ford of his, it sounds good. It really does. There we go. Well, that should take care of it. We don't have a lot left, but I think between the two of them, we can make it work to get his fields planted the way he wants it. Okay, let's hop back into the tractor here and let's get going for him. I want to make sure we get him planted today because I know time ticks off pretty quick when it comes to this. Let's see, fire that up. And let's see if we can drop it right here. There we go. Oop, I missed that corner. We don't want to leave anything behind here. There we go. That looks good. Perfect. Yeah, he's got a relatively nice set of fields here. Kind of oddball shape, but they get the job done. The only thing I like about this seed drill is it processes the seed a lot faster than than that planter does. That's the only nice thing about it, is we get quite a bit more movement. A lot more acreage covered. But yeah, that's looking really good. We are definitely getting everything seeded in for him. Stay along that edge real good here. We'll have to remind him about the service light in this tractor's, and I imagine it's probably just for an oil change, nothing more. But yeah, that Ford over there, it sure is a zooming away really good. I'm kind of sad to hear that that his fuel is kind of a high consumption. You know, I guess with the experience that we just had, that makes sense. Because, we have that trouble too. That 8960, it just suffers with fuel consumption. But anyway, let's get back to this and get to drilling these soybeans in, and see you in a few. All right, everybody. Well, we got her all folded up, and we are ready to go back to that other field, but I think he's still back there working. So I'm just going to drive up and around the corner. I seem to have plenty of seed and fertilizer left. So, yeah, I think we'll be looking pretty good overall. But I haven't heard from Fred. I imagine, oh, looky there, he's coming this way. Let's just pull down here out of the way. I imagine he's probably done. We'll need to chat with him anyway. We'll just pull right over here in this flat area. That ought to be good. Well, it didn't get too dirty, did it? Well, that looks pretty good still. Hey, Mr. Fred.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I take it you must have got that field over there just finished.
It just finished.
That's perfect timing. I just got done seeding your upper field here, so I was getting ready to head over that way, and I was just making a comment that, I hadn't seen you yet.
Yeah, I was trying to hurry and get that done, but I just finished it up. So actually, if you had some stuff you needed to get done, seeing that all the cultivating's done, I could go down there and I can take care of the last field.
Well, I mean, if you want to, that's fine. I got some little things I could do around the farm I need to do, but I mean, it doesn't bother me none. It doesn't, it's up to you.
Yeah, I can go ahead and do the last. I can take care of this last little bit. I have no problem with that.
Alrighty. Well, we do need to get the bale out of the back of my truck when you got a moment here. Other than that, yeah, I think we're good to go.
Alrighty, and I was paying attention to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this tractor is it might be harder on fuel than your John Deere was.
Really?
Yeah, give me 1 second, I'll tell you. All right, so we started with the fuel tank on everything, and it's used almost a quarter tank just to cultivate those 2 fields.
Those two small fields? Oh my. Well, I wonder if you might have a fuel leak or something. That's an awful lot of fuel. That's almost double the amount of fuel that we used earlier to cultivate my fields.
Yeah,
That's unusual.
I agree.
Huh.
Yeah, I was,
Well, I don't know. That just seems kind of odd to me, to be honest.
yeah, I'm kind of the same boat. It's a hell of a workhorse.
Yeah,
It
I mean
it
it looked like it just zooms right along and pulls with no problem whatsoever.
yeah, it was almost like it was unfazed the entire time.
Hmm, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of a reason why it would. I mean, it's good. I mean, it's got the gumption. That's good. But I couldn't think of a reason why it's sucking down so much fuel. Hmm.
I spent the last few minutes trying to figure that out over there, and I can't figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I suppose you know what? I got a friend of mine that works at a dealership back at Teton County, where I used to be, and I will talk to him and see if I can. You know, he was real smart when it came to these engines. He was real smart about tuning them so they use you know, less fuel. I'll ask him about these Fords and see if there's something we don't know about them.
Alrighty.
Maybe there's something we can find out. But in the meantime, uh, I think I'll grab my pickup. Uh, we'll go down over here, and I imagine you're going to roll that straw out right into your cattle barn, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Well, I'll let you get your Oliver and your front loader, and let's get that done real quick, shall we?
Alrighty.
Yeah, well, we'll get this done, and I can understand, you know, he wanting to plant his own crops, per se. You know, he's finally done with all the cultivating. We've got him really kind of set up here. I mean, he'll have more than enough time, and that'll help him out quite a bit. Oh, that's right. I think last time we were here, we saw his Oliver was inside that shed. Well, before he gets moving, I'll get up here. There, that ought to work. Oh, better shut that off. Take the strap off. There we go. Let's see. He's got a bucket on. I think his bale fork's in here. Yep, it's in here. Maybe we can help him. Help him get it hooked up and get it done. Oh, hang on, Fred. I'll pull it towards you. Lower down a little. That's good. All right, pull forward a hair. There you go. That ought to do it. Perfect. Boy, that's a good looking old Oliver. I imagine that thing is very handy. I mean, I know that our 4320 is extremely handy. There you go. Tilt her down. There you right there. Oh, up just a hair. Perfect. Come on in. I'll watch the tailgate for you. You got it. That's good right there. Go ahead and, yep, perfect. You should be able to back out and set her in there. There you go. Must be a little heavy for those hydraulics. Let me tell you, I imagine that's a pretty good sized bale. I thought he was going to put it in here in his cow barn. Maybe he is. Because well, they still got a decent amount of straw in here. But, I mean, they could use a little bit more. Out here is getting a little low. But I know he didn't have very much straw the other day when I talked to him. Right there ought to be good, Fred. We can roll it out from there. There you go. Okay, yep. We can roll it out for the cattle there. That looks good. Oh, you're hitting your axle over here against the barn. There you go. Now turn hard. There, perfect. What in the world? There you go. That ought to do it. Yeah, hey, Fred, your axle that sticks out a little bit. It was just touching the edge of your shed there. I noticed. It was hard to see, I'm sure.
Yeah, a little bit. I noticed it there. I heard you say something, then I noticed it. So thank you for that. I do appreciate it.
Well, it's better than trying to run it through and end up with a big problem, you know?
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Well, I'll let you get to it. I know you're probably anxious to get over there and get that planted in. Well, seeded in, I should say. I think there's enough in that seeder that you should be able to finish it no problem whatsoever.
Alrighty.
But I guess I'm going to run along home and let you get things taken care of, and we'll guess see you next time.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, well, enjoy and don't have too much fun in that Agco out or that Deutz Alice. That girl runs good with that planter, let me tell you.
Alrighty. Yes, sir. Yeah, just treat it nice and gentle like, and it'll treat you nice and gentle back, and take care of it. It takes care of you.
That's
just
right.
Like what you told me.
That reminds me. I noticed the service light was on. I don't know if you've done an oil change on it since you got it from me, but it's probably due. I would make a chance to go to the dealership, get the filters and everything, and do that oil change. And don't let them do it because, Lord Almighty, they are way more expensive than doing it yourself.
Alrighty, I do appreciate the heads up on that.
Not a problem. I'd hate to see you lose a good tractor for no reason.
Yes, sir.
Well, anyway, I'll get out of here, Hare, so you can get to going, and we'll talk to you next time.
Alrighty.
All right, everybody. Well, I'm glad we could help him out. At least get him taken care of and move forward here now. Get back to our place, and I think I'm going to go ahead and get back home and start trying to do a little seeding of my own and get some of my crops in. Maybe just a hair. One of the fields I might be able to get done with what's left of today. I think I can do that. Whoa. Whew, that was close. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.